Yo, Mystery Fam, welcome back to Mystery Exposed. I'm Big Cool Crazy. Here, we unravel the chilling tales and haunting experiences that linger in the shadows. And tonight, we have two spine-tingling stories for you. First, we delve into the mysterious phenomenon known as black-eyed children, where a simple knock at the door could turn into a nightmare. And then, we'll journey into the Appalachian Mountains, a place where beauty and mystery coexist, and strange lights and ghostly apparitions are just the beginning. Stay tuned.
Drifting through the sands of time, echoes of the beats in mind. A journey bound by fate's design, mysteries of space we find. Nostalgia rides on haunting chords, whispers of the past they call. Curiosity is...
Let's start with the unsettling legend of the black-eyed children. Imagine a nice, quiet evening at home, and then there's a knock at your door. You open to find children, but something is terribly off. Their eyes are completely dark. No whites, no iris, just darkness. They ask to come in, but a deep sense of dread overwhelms you. This is not just a horror story, it's a phenomenon reported by people across the world. Accounts of black-eyed children often follow a similar pattern. They appear at night, asking for help or to use the phone. Witnesses describe an overwhelming sense of fear and an instinctive urge to deny their request. Theories about what these children are range from the paranormal to the plain out extraterrestrial. Now, some people believe that black-eyed children are demonic entities. Their black eyes and eerie presence suggest they are far from human, possibly beings that feed off of our souls, sent to study or even infiltrate human society. Oh, one more interesting fact. Many encounters with black-eyed children also include another encounter with a figure known as the man in the hat. This figure is often seen standing off in the distance, just observing the interaction between the black-eyed children and people. Witnesses describe him as a tall man wearing a long coat and a top hat. He exudes a menacing presence. Some people believe he actually controls or even supervises the black-eyed children. One chilling account comes from a man named David, who was home alone one stormy night. Around 11 p.m., he heard a knock at his door. Reluctantly, he opened it to find two children standing in the pouring rain, heads down. They asked if they could come inside to call their parents. Despite the feeling of unease, Dave almost let him in, but then he saw their eyes. Their eyes were completely black, devoid of any emotion. He quickly shut the door and locked it. As he looked through the peephole, they simply vanished. That night, he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The next morning, he found muddy footprints around his house, leading to a spot where he saw the man with the hat standing and staring at his window. Next, we venture to the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, a region rich with folklore and ghostly tales. From mysterious lights to ghostly apparitions, the Appalachian Mountains are a hotspot for the unexplained. The Appalachian Mountains are not just beautiful, they are steeped in mystery and legend. One of the most famous legends is the Brown Mountain Lights in North Carolina. These mysterious lights appear at night, hovering over the mountain. Despite numerous investigations, no one has been able to explain their origin. Some say they're spirits of the Cherokee Maiden searching for their lost warriors, while others believe they are a result of geological activity. And then there's the legend of Spearfinger, a Cherokee witch with a finger made of stone, who can actually transform her appearance to lure children into the forest. And once she caught them, she can use her sharp fingers to cut through their livers and consume them. That's crazy. Appalachia has its own set of rules for survival passed down from generation to generation. Locals say if you hear someone calling your name in the forest, you didn't. Just don't answer it. Please don't. And if you see a staircase in the middle of the woods, don't climb it. I don't know why the hell you would, but just don't climb it. And these warnings are based off stories of countless people who have either disappeared or met their fate because they didn't follow the rules. I actually plan on doing a full documentary type of deal on the Appalachian Mountains just because I've been kind of obsessed with it for the last couple of months. I'm gonna tell you why. So last July, me and my girlfriend actually had our anniversary. It just so happened to be in the Appalachian Mountains. We booked this Airbnb. I won't give the information of the Airbnb just for the privacy of the owners, but it was in the Appalachian Mountains. I mean, as soon as we pulled up to the Airbnb, I just had this eerie feeling. It was just something I couldn't shake. Like, I just had this feeling. I can't really explain it. So the whole time we were in the mountains, this weird shit just kept happening. For example, we went to Walmart, and while we were in Walmart, I got a notification on my phone that someone was breaking in my fucking house, and my alarm was going off. So of course I'm looking at my phone, and I'm looking through my cameras to see what's going on. Nothing was there. The alarm company reached out to me, and I just let them know I don't see anybody in the house. I don't see anything that's going on. Then we get back to the Airbnb. We change clothes. Everything seemed to be cool. We headed downtown to this Brazilian steakhouse. Once we get to the Brazilian steakhouse, one of my cousins actually reached out to me because she received a text message from my phone sending her my location, which never happens because I don't send people my location. The cousin that actually reached out to me, I haven't spoken to her in a while, so I don't know why my phone would just randomly send her my fucking location. So we're laughing about that. And once again, I kind of shrug it off. This is when shit gets real. So it gets dark. We're outside. We're sitting in a jacuzzi, and like for some reason, like the darkness in the mountains is just like a different kind of dark. It's just like a very eerie, darker than dark type of deal. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. It's completely, like at times it got completely silent. You'll hear like crickets and animals or whatever, then everything will just get super quiet. I was already kind of like, man, what the hell is going on? So about 2 hours later, we wind down, we head to bed. I'm tossing and turning because I can't sleep. And then all of a sudden I hear this animal outside the door just howling, but it was howling in sets of threes every 3 minutes. And this is around 2:30 a.m. And then I go look out the door and nothing is there. So I go back and lay down. It howls again. And once again, in sets of threes every 3 minutes. It just howls. And then it stops. When I go look out the door again and it stops. 20 minutes pass by. It howls again. But this time, I hear a scratching at the back door. And I just had this sense of urgency. I couldn't sleep. I'm just kind of on edge, like I'm prepared to protect us because I don't know what the fuck is happening. So I'm just sitting up, just ready for something to happen. I mean, everything calmed down, but that shit was creepy. Then the next day, we go tubing. Now, my girlfriend's been tubing before. I've never been tubing up until that point. And she says that, you know, usually everything goes smooth. This time, when she goes tubing, her tube pops in the middle of the fucking river, and we have to swim over to the embankment and climb up the fucking embankment. And when we climb up, there's this big ass dog. And then there's a whole bunch of people outside because there's a restaurant. And then it was just a big whole thing. We had to call the company to come pick us up because our tubes popped, and we were like 2-3 miles away from the place, and we damn sure wasn't walking back. And we get into the van because the people from the tubing company came to pick us up, and they're like, oh yeah, this happens all the time. I'm just like... So that's it for today's episode of Mr. Exposed. What do y'all think, fam? Do you think the black-eyed children is something real, or you think it's some BS? I personally believe in it, because I just feel like all these stories and all these accounts aren't just happening for no apparent reason. And then as far as the Appalachian Mountains, I don't believe it's just folklore. I truly believe some shit's going on there, because it's just so many layers to the Appalachian Mountains. Like I said, I think I'm gonna eventually do like my own documentary on it. Might even go visit it. I'm not really sure. I'm still gathering information for it. Just be on the lookout for it. It'll definitely be a while, but that's something I'm really interested in doing. So just let me know, man. Comment down below, like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. And till next time, stay curious and stay cautious. I'm Big Cool Crazy. Out.